Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Friday, July 14th, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comments section below. The Houston Astros have been an average offensive team this season, as they are 17th in MLB with a .723 ops, while averaging 4.58 runs per game. They have been hitting a lot better on the road than at home, as they have a .742 ops, while scoring 5.02 runs in their 44 road games. Right fielder Kyle Tucker has been hitting extremely well throughout the season, as he has a .288, .365, .471 line with 13 homers, 56 RBIs, 46 runs scored, and 15 steals on 18 attempts. The Los Angeles Angels have been one of the best defensive teams throughout the season, as they are 5th in the majors with a .772 ops, while scoring 4.87 runs per game thus far. They have hit well at Angel Stadium thus far, as in 43 home games. The team has a slash line of .240, .318, .440, while averaging 4.51 runs per game. Second baseman Brandon Drury has been doing a very solid job at the plate, as he has a .822 ops with 14 home runs, 45 RBIs, and 36 runs scored. Reed Detmers has been struggling a bit throughout the year when diving into his baseball saving page, as he is in the 22nd percentile in average exit velocity, 34th percentile in hard hit percentage, 41st percentile in SBA, and 44th percentile in walk percentage. He has a 5-pitch arsenal: fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, sweeper, and his changeup has been hit the most, as it has a .429 batting average and a 1.000 slugging percentage. Detmers has faced the Astros once this season and lost, as he gave up 4 runs on 6 hits, with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts in 5 innings of work. The Astros and Angels have had very different pitching performances in July. The Astros have a 4.50 ERA, which ranks 16th in the league, while the Angels have a 7.29 ERA, which is the worst in the league. The Astros have also been better with runners in scoring position, as they have a .814 ops in those situations, which ranks 6th in the league. The Angels, on the other hand, have a .735 ops with runners in scoring position, which ranks 18th in the league. Based on these factors, I believe that the Astros will win this game. When looking at the previous 7 starts for both pitchers, you can begin to see why the under is the better play. Framber Valdez is pitching to a 2.60 ERA and a 1.09 whip over 45 innings in that span, while Reed Detmers has a 3.60 ERA and a 1.00 whip in 40 innings. Looking at these bullpens throughout the year, Houston is 4th with a 3.56 bullpen ERA, while Los Angeles is 19th with a 4.06 reliever ERA up to this point. Go with under 8 runs in this game, as it seems to be the best option. Washington Nationals vs St. Louis Cardinals. The Washington Nationals have been struggling a bit at the plate, as they are 19th in baseball with a .717 ops, while scoring 4.14 runs per game in that span. Third baseman Jeimer Candelario, .815 ops, 43 RBI, has been hitting very well in his previous 9 games, as he is slashing .242, .324, .545 with 3 homers, 5 RBI, 6 runs scored, and a .311 walk to strikeout ratio in that span. Jake Irvin has been doing decently well throughout the season so far, as he is 2-5 with a 4.60 ERA and a 1.45 whip over 58.2 innings of work. Hitters have been struggling to hit home runs, as he has given up 7 homers or 1 every 8.1 innings. He picked up a win in his last start against the Texas Rangers, as he allowed 2 runs on 5 hits with 2 walks and 1 strikeout over 5 innings. The St. Louis Cardinals have been doing well at the plate throughout the season, as they are tied for 7th in Major League Baseball with a .754 ops, while scoring 4.61 runs per game up to this point. This lineup has a lot of pop, as they are 7th with 121 homers as a team. Third baseman Nolan Arenado, .850 ops, 19 HR, has been doing extremely well lately, as he has a .364, .421, .818 slash line with 3 homers, 8 RBIs, 8 runs scored, and a 4.5 walk to strikeout ratio over the course of his previous 9 games. The pitching matchup favors the Cardinals in this game. Jake Irvin is 1-3 with a 4.17 ERA and a 1.36 whip in his last 7 starts, while Steven Matz is 0-1 with a 2.04 ERA and a 0.91 whip in his last 7 starts. The Cardinals' bullpen has also been better than the Nationals' bullpen this season, with a 4.48 reliever ERA to the Nationals' 5.03 ERA. Based on these factors, I believe that the Cardinals will cover the spread in this game. These pitchers have done well looking at their splits, as Jake Irvin is 1-1 with a .274 batting average against with a 3.71 ERA in 3 road starts, while Steven Matz is 0-4 with a 3.38 ERA and a .257 opposing batting average in 10 home games, 5 starts. These offenses in the last month of games have not scored enough, as the Nationals are scoring 4 runs in their last 24 games, while the Cards are averaging 4.76 runs in their previous 21 games. Take under 9 runs at it seems to be the better option with playing almost 2 full games on Saturday. Los Angeles Dodgers vs New York Mets. Entering the break, Los Angeles won 4 straight games. That tied them with the Arizona Diamondbacks for first place in the NL West, right where they want to be. The second half will be about wrestling away control of the division from the Snakes and the lurking Giants. Los Angeles' success has stemmed from patience and power at the plate. A walk rate and home run tally that are both second in the league leads to MLB's third most runs per contest. The stars that combine for MLB's third best ops probably don't need an introduction at this point, and if they keep raking, the Dodgers should have another busy October. They say that money can't buy happiness, and Steve Cohen's baseball ownership tenure may be learning that the hard way this season. This year's Mets team is far outside the playoff picture, and they need a surge now or the season won't end with a parade. The tools are there to make a run, and it starts with better pitching. Kodai Senga has been the team's best starter in his first MLB season, and he'll look to keep going with his start. He's been especially effective at home, with only 14 runs allowed, 13 earned, over 44.1 innings pitched. If the All-Star can turn in another spectacular Citi Field start, he can spare a bullpen that's been inconsistent without Edwin Diaz all season. Hopefully, the rest of the rotation will catch on too. New York's offense is capable of more too, which they can achieve against a Dodgers team not pitching well. Ranking in the top 10 for walk rate and strikeout rate coming out of the break, the Mets have shown mastery of the strike zone. Their home run total was also 9th before the second half started. Getting more hits, particularly with runners in scoring position, will unlock this offense fully. Maybe more aggressiveness on the bases too, since their 71-78 stolen base success rate suggests they're not taking enough risks. With Senga on the mound at home, the Mets shouldn't need to score much to take home a victory. Facing Tony Gonsolin, who limped into the All-Star break, the Mets should score plenty anyway. Both bullpens have been on the wrong side of the league average this season, so there's no true advantage there. The better starting pitcher and an offense that's quietly competitive led the Mets to a home win. And our total pick is over. Chicago White Sox vs Atlanta Braves. It was an ugly night for the South Sides on Friday, as they lost a series opener 9-0 to the Braves. Michael Kopech got shelled right from the start as he allowed a grand slam in the bottom of the first. The right-hander was saddled with a loss in what is Chicago's third straight defeat. Offensively, there wasn't much doing as Chicago was only able to manage 5 total hits. Tim Anderson, 2-4, and Andrew Vaughn, 2-3, were the only players with multiple hits. Atlanta has been the best team in baseball this season, and they didn't show any signs of slowing down Friday night. The Braves cruised to a 9-0 win over the White Sox. They jumped out to a 4-0 lead after Matt Olson launched a grand slam in the first. Atlanta never looked back as they would pile on another 5 runs over the next 7 frames. Charlie Morton was phenomenal in his start, tossing 7.0 innings and holding the Sox to just a trio of hits. He earned the win while striking out 4. The White Sox are underdogs in Saturday's game, with odds as high as +280. The Braves, on the other hand, are favored to win, with odds as low as -300. I know the Braves are a dominant team this season, but I believe that the White Sox have a good chance to win if they can get a good start from Lance Lynn. Lynn has struggled overall this season, but he has historically dominated the Braves lineup. In 66 at-bats against Atlanta, the current roster is slashing just .136, .219, .197. That includes 30 strikeouts, which is a 45.5% strikeout rate. Lynn also just held the potent Blue Jays lineup scoreless over 7 innings. Given Lynn's history against the Braves and his recent performance, I believe that the White Sox have a good chance to win if they can get a few runs early. I'm taking Chicago plus 2.5 runs in this spot. As for the total, I feel like the best play has to be the over. While Lynn has favorable numbers entering this game, there's no denying that he's been suspect this season overall. He comes in with HR9 rate of 1.92, which won't bode well against a team that mashed a league-leading 170 bombs this season. Furthermore, Chicago's bullpen has been terrible this season. They're 26th in bullpen ERA, 4.77, and 25th in WHIP, 1.39. So, while I think it's worth a shot to play the White Sox plus 2.5 runs, this game could easily get out of hand, just like Friday's. I think the best play is the over 8.5 runs.